a huge fan of the freedom running your own small business and creating income can provide you. And if you're watching this channel, you probably are too. So now let's talk about why you actually need business banking. If you want to create a profitable and sustainable business, you really need to separate your finances so that you can see where your money in your business is actually going. And it just makes things so much easier. It helps with accounting, it helps with taxes, and it shows you where your money's going and if you're actually profitable or not. A lot of times I see people mixing their new business money into their personal account and they just pull from it when they want and they pay things out of their personal account, and it gets messy real fast. Are they profitable? They don't know. Are they making money? They don't know. Far too often I've asked small business owners and Etsy sellers I work with how much they're actually making, if they're profitable, and kind of how much their time is worth in their business, and they have no idea how to answer those questions because they're not separating their money and they can't clearly look at their numbers and tell me if they're profitable, if they're making money, if anything they're doing is actually working or not. If you can't tell how much you're spending on your business, you're not going to be able to know if you're actually profitable or not based on the money you're bringing in. Separating your money and putting your business income into a business banking solution is the first step. Then you can work on actually getting clear on your numbers and becoming profitable and making it something that is beyond your wildest dream. So you obviously need to do this, and you can choose any business banking account, but let's talk about why I chose Relay and why I think it's a good option for small business owners and people with a side hustle. Relay is a business banking and money management platform that's actually a technology company that's partnered with a traditional bank to provide business owners with the tools that they need to understand where they're earning, spending, and saving money. Basically, they provide all of the cool stuff you need in a form that actually makes sense and works. Their banking services are in partnership with Evolve Bank, and they are FDIC insured up to $250,000. But they actually just announced recently their insured sweep program, and they can now insure deposits up to $2.5 million. So if you're a baller, you can be insured with FDIC insurance as well. So if you're on that level, I personally am not, you can rest assured your money is safe as well. So think of Relay as like a smart operating account for your business. It is all of the technology that you need that helps you get really clear on your numbers so you know what you're spending, what you're saving, what you're actually making and taking home. But you have all the traditional services of a bank and the security that comes with that. You get all of the amazing features of a technology company with the actual security and traditional services of a bank. It's a win-win. So let's talk about some of those amazing services and features that Relay offers, because there are a lot, and it's definitely why I moved my money over. So with Relay, you can avoid basically account fees. You don't have account fees. There are no overdraft fees. There are no minimum balances on your account. So if you're new or just doing a side hustle where maybe you're going to earn, like a couple $100s, maybe even $10, $20 your first couple months as you kind of figure out what you're doing or selling, this can be amazing. You don't have to pay $15 for a business banking account. With Relay, you can also organize your expenses and your cash reserves in up to 20 different individual accounts. So you do have limitations. If you're a sole proprietor, you will have less of the things that I'm mentioning in the video. But Relay does, for other types of businesses, offer up to 20 different individual accounts. So with these individual accounts, you can use them for specific expenses. So personally, I like to have an account where I set aside money for like taxes and I never look at it again. I know the money's there for when tax time comes. I'm just not looking at it. Then you can have accounts for things like operating expenses or marketing so that they can kind of operate like a digital envelope, which I have found is really a great budgeting method for most people. It works in personal finances and it works in business finances as well. Another great feature is that you can add cash to accounts from specific sources. This was a huge one for me because I'm a huge fan of multiple income streams, and my business has multiple income streams, like quite a few. So if you're like me and you do have multiple income streams or multiple different side hustles, you can funnel all of the money from a specific source into one individual account, and you can have multiple ones within your overall account. This was definitely one of the biggest selling points for me because I'm always starting new side hustles, and I wanted to keep some of those specific side hustles separate, especially when I was working with a partner. I wanted to make sure that money was separate and away from my main business income, which is why this setup was so perfect for me. Another great feature is that you can allocate cash coming in to your account to any of these individual accounts on a percentage basis or by dollar amount. I love the percentage-based system, and I was already doing this with my old business banking account. So I loved that they do this and allow you to do it by either percentage or dollar amount. That's a fantastic feature for most people. Another great thing about Relay is that you can implement the profit first model within your banking account, because Relay worked with the profit first team to basically make themselves the bank for the profit first model. And if you use this in your business, or you probably should, if you haven't yet, you should read the book and kind of get into this model. If you're not sure if you're profitable, or you feel like you're never giving yourself enough money from your business, this might be the right setup for you. And then another selling point for me personally was that you can earn between 1 to 3% APY on your savings account with up to 2 savings accounts. This was huge for me because I did not have a savings account at my last bank for my business, and I was earning no money even though I had money sitting in there. Thousands of dollars were sitting there earning nothing, and I just hated that. I always want my money working for me, even if it's just sitting around waiting to be paid to the IRS for taxes. I want that money to be earning something. So this was a great option for me. Check to see what the rates are at the time that you watch this video, because they may have changed. Those are variable rates, so they are going to change as time progresses. So definitely check to see what they are. At the time of this filming, you could earn between 1 to 3%, which is great for me and a reason why I moved my money over. Some other great features are that you can have up to 50 different debit cards issued with your account. So you can have them for individual expenses to pull out of certain accounts. So you can kind of set up budgets for each specific card, which is really cool and helps with spending. You can do payments and deposits with ACH, checks, or wires. Inside Relay, you can set up cash flow automations like maximum balance transfer rules and recurring payments. These things are really cool. You can set them once, you don't have to worry about them again, and Relay does everything for you in the back end with the automation. As many things as you can automate in your business and not worry about it, the better, I promise, because you have enough decisions to make. Like, that's a really cool one because you can set like a maximum checking account balance. So anytime it goes over that amount, that money will be transferred automatically to wherever you want it to go. Your percentage-based systems for the other accounts, to your savings account, wherever you want it to go. Having a rule that just like automatically is like, okay, here, we'll take this money and put it where you want, is fantastic because you don't have to think about it again. Then Relay has a few things that I don't personally use but are kind of cool. So you can give team members and financial advisors access based on their role to your account. You can also sync your bookkeeping with QuickBooks and Xero. They do have integrations for that. And then you can get some personalized customer support from email or phone with Relay. I haven't needed that yet, but it is nice to have in case you do need it. Additionally, they also offer Relay Pro, which I am not doing, but it gives you a little bit more if you need that for your business. So with Relay Pro, you do have a monthly fee, and they offer some more advanced things like automating certain financial transactions or paying bills directly from Relay. Then they also have some other features that you might not actually need if you are a small business or a side hustler or someone getting started, or like an online business that's pretty simple. If you're a solopreneur like me, and you don't have a big team, you might not need Relay Pro. That is definitely for more advanced businesses, and they are aware of that. They know that it's not for everyone, and it's not for me, but it's a great option for those bigger businesses that are looking for a bank like this, where they want to do the profit first model and they want some of the technology features that Relay offers, but they still need all of that back-end stuff, and they are willing to pay for it. The thing I like about that does apply to me, is that Relay is listening to customers, because they developed Relay Pro based on what some of their customers were saying they needed, and they provided that functionality based on customer feedback, which is nice because I know that if we are submitting the things that we need, they will eventually either be added to Relay or Relay Pro. It's always nice to know that there are customer additions being added as a company develops. Now let's talk about some of the limitations of Relay, because every business banking solution has downsides. I promise. I've tried more than one. I've tried so many. They all have downsides, including Relay. One thing that kind of came up for me is that Relay does not have direct invoicing capabilities. They say that they are going to be adding it, and it's in their pipeline, but there's no date for that. So if you're a freelancer or a content creator that works with a lot of brands, you are not going to be able to directly invoice the people that need to pay you. You're going to have to do it through a secondary service like PayPal or something like that. You won't be able to do it through Relay itself. That's definitely a downside for some people, depending on the type of business that you have. So another downside is that they don't have physical branches. There are no actual locations you can walk into and talk to a person face to face. They are a technology company, and those don't often have the branches that you can just like walk into like a regular bank. So if you like to go into a bank or you like to take your cash into a person and deposit it, that might not be for you. They do have the option to deposit cash into ATMs, into Allpoint Plus ATMs, but if there aren't any near you, then you might not be able to put cash in, and if cash is a big part of your business, then that could be an issue. So you definitely want to check to see where those locations are, because that's the only way you can put in cash or get cash out if you are a cash using business owner. Another downside to Relay is that they don't have as many integrations with their actual account as some similar institutions. So if you're using certain platforms that you need to integrate with your bank account, they might not have it. They do have direct integrations for accounting with QuickBooks and Xero. If you're using other accounting services, you can integrate via Plaid, or with a CSV file, you can just import, but they don't have the option to integrate directly with a lot of different things like some of the other banks that I've used. So that is something to keep in mind if you love those direct integrations where everything's kind of like all flowing together and it's all in one place. That might not be the right solution for you. So if you do rely on certain integrations, or you just really love how it looks when certain ones are integrated to your bank account, definitely check on the website to see which integrations are finished. They are always working on new ones, but they only have a few like live right now. So definitely check on the website to see, so you're not disappointed when you sign up and you don't have access to that. Those are a few downsides, but overall, I don't think that Relay has that many downsides, because I think that they are a solution that people need, even if they don't realize it. They offer a ton for existing businesses and for people just getting started with earning money, having side hustles, creating online income. They have the tools that you need to actually create a business that is paying you, that is working, and is profitable. From the lack of fees to the technology they offer to the profit first model actually built into the accounts, they offer so much for people to actually build sustainable and profitable businesses. And I love that, because honestly, most small business owners that I talk to struggle so much with this. To have it automated and to have the tools that they need within their bank account to make it easy is amazing, and I love that. Disclaimer, I am a Relay customer. So I found Relay when I was looking for business banking savings accounts for my own business, for my own personal use, because I had been denied at a big bank because they weren't in my area. So when I was looking at Relay, I realized I was signing up immediately, and I love them so much that I actually asked if there was any sort of promotion that I could offer my audience, and they were really awesome about it. So if you're interested, you can use the link in my description box or comments, and you will be able to get $50 from Relay when you open a new account and put in $100 or more of your own money. This is a pretty awesome deal. I get a bonus too, and I'm really excited that they offer this to everyone in my audience, because starting a new business bank, especially if you're new and getting $50, fantastic.